Another new DLC character, yet another new DLC stage. What's up guys, I'm G5 Cosmos for Game 5 Smash, and in this video, just like with Mementos, we're going to be talking about the potential for the legality of Yggdrasil's Altar, which is the hero stage that you can see we're playing on right here. So, starting right off, Yggdrasil's Altar is a very large stage. It has a very wide main platform. It also has very large blast zones. The top blast zone is actually bigger than anything we have in a competitive rule set, or close to it at least. I believe from my testing it was bigger than even Town and City and Battlefield. And the side blast zones are also really big. I believe they were tied with Kalos. Very big blast zones in general. I forget the exact numbers, but they're very big. The stage also has multiple transitions. So we're going to see one of them right here, which is somewhat of a Battlefield transition. The top platform is a lot larger than what you would be seeing on Battlefield. Now, the thing about this stage is that none of the transitions are really broken or silly. There aren't really any slants or anything crazy. There is at least one instance of an asymmetrical transition, which is a little something that we may not like. But the main argument against this stage's legality when it comes to the transitions is that the transitions are inconsistent. So they're not like telegraphed, like you don't know what version it's going to transition to every time it changes, and that gets to another factor of unpredictability, which, like Hero's own RNG, is something we don't want to have in competitive situations. But that being said, all of the different stages, all the different transitions of it are fairly balanced tournament legal kind of environments that we could work with. So like you see right here, we're just back on the same transition again. So the randomness of the transitions of the stage are not limited to just it being different ones in cycling. You can even get the same one twice in a row, as we do right here. This is, of course, on the hazardless version as well. Now, it's worth noting that if you ride these platforms up to the blast zone, they will not kill you. Alright, so I said there were no slants, but I actually forgot about this layout, which we do have a slant here on this platform up top, which is again another thing that you might want to say is not necessarily the best thing to have in tournaments, although we have plenty of stages with slants as is. So it's, are we going to get rid of slants in general, or is it okay to have some of them? That's the argument that comes up here. Personally, I hate slants. I don't think that they really create the best environment for play. Characters and hurt boxes shift in weird ways when it comes to slants, and it's hard to call it consistent. Alright, and now we have one of the weirder layouts. This is a bit of an asymmetrical layout with two platforms purely on the left side of the stage and not any on the right. And like Town and City, those platforms will kill you. So it's the platforms that go off to the top that don't KO you as they disappear from the stage, but the ones that go to the side do. Now we have this platform layout. It's a bit similar to Kalos with just two platforms far off on the side. Again, this one's pretty much fine. It's not really an issue of the layouts themselves being unbalanced, except for the one with the slant, and I guess the asymmetrical one, but it's more so just the randomness of how they occur, coupled with the blast zones. Alright, and that is going to be all of the layouts that you can see. So, in conclusion, the stage has a variety of different layouts, which the majority of which are basically tournament acceptable. They fit other kind of, platform layouts that we use in tournaments. The blast zones are pretty large, but they're really nothing crazy and game-breaking. All of this being said, the platform transitions and transformations are inconsistent. You don't know when it's going to transform or what it's going to transform into. Actually, as far as the when, you may know this, but speaking of which, it takes a very long time in between it. So for the majority of the time, the stage is basically just FD anyway, which is something that we already have, and we already have Town and City, which spends a lot of time like Final Destination anyway. So I really feel that the stage hovers right in between what should and shouldn't be legal. I think this is actually the toughest one yet as far as things go. But that being said, the current stage list that we have, if anything, it needs fewer stages, or some stages to be taken away perhaps. I don't really think that we need this stage. It doesn't offer anything crazy, unique, or different that we don't have, and it does offer a few things that we don't want, like the occasional slant, the occasional asymmetry, as well as the randomness factor of not knowing when things transition. And then having the larger blast zones and larger stage size in general is more likely to promote camping and longer games going to time, because people aren't dying as early and people have more room to run away. So in general, I would say that this stage should remain banned. It should not be legal. But I do think that it is a great friendly stage, a lot of fun to play when you're not in a tournament, and really, really close to being what could be legal, but just not quite. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of Yggdrasil's altar. Should this stage be legal? Should it stay banned? And please subscribe to Game 5 Smash and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more tech and tips.